Yeah, lists and stuff and food. I need my coffee. Oh, I was about to make the horrible mistake of starting this video and leaving my coffee behind. Okay, so I'm Kat Rivers and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're coming here, I make videos or try to make videos about my life in Finland, cultural differences, everyday life, and whatever random thing that pops into my mind. So today's video was inspired by a bunch of other videos that I've watched, what I spend in a week. And I actually came across these videos because I follow this channel called like the Graham something show, and it's like this real estate guy who's very young and he likes to save money, and he's like, I'm guessing he's rich nowadays or whatever. I don't know. He invests in the stock market and has a lot of movement in the real estate business. But I love to watch his reactions to millennial money, and then like now recently I noticed that he had videos on these like what I spent in a week in San Francisco or what I spent in a week in downtown LA, or things of these sort. And you don't know this, but I am a sucker for making lists, and the topic of budgeting and just like keeping myself accountable and like counting money and like just I love it. Can you see my list? I love making lists. Here you go. What I spend in a week here in Finland. So, big disclaimer. I don't live in Helsinki. Helsinki, I think, might be the most expensive city here in Finland. I live in Oulu. It's about 600 kilometers north, but it's still a big city. It's actually pretty kind of funny because usually there's like two things that are super noticeable is using cash here in Finland. It's like a no-go, like nobody usually has cash. And also like receipts are really not necessary, like it's very much optional, like do you want the receipt? I usually say no.
I really had to like concentrate this week and be all like, yes, I need the receipt. So like every time somebody would say, wait, I'd be like, hey, no, wait, I do need it. And thus now I have
all of this unnecessary paper with me. Okay. So let's start. So on that day I spent €0 with 0 cents because I stayed inside the whole day, and I think I was trying to paint. And I say trying because I always start a painting and then while I'm waiting for it to dry and do like other layers, I just kind of forget about the painting, so it's been there for a week and I haven't actually continued. But here's the proof. And usually painting materials are really expensive, but I have so much of it. I have like so many paints at the moment that it's for this week. It didn't cost anything. Now on Monday I actually got paid. I get paid once a month, and yeah. So on this day, we actually, since we were on holiday, both of us, I asked Toni, my husband, if he wanted to go couch hunting, because we moved into this apartment in June, like mid-June, and we haven't had a couch in this whole time. We've been using like a very old mattress in the living room, and as you can see there, we have a couch, so I spent some money. So he put €20 to that, so I'm not counting that as my expense, but I put down €155 for the couch. It was 145, but it was €30 to bring to the house. We got it the same day, which was awesome. So there was 155 on the sofa. I went to the supermarket twice that day. Once because it was like this super big supermarket near the flea market where we got the couch, and they had the coffee I liked, and Toni suggested like, hey, if you're gonna make a cake tomorrow for Christmas for the family or whatever, like you should buy the ingredients now because you have to prepare that today. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true, Christmas is tomorrow, not on Wednesday, because you guys celebrate it on the 24th, not the 25th. So I bought a lot of materials, and that was $31.28. And then it says here that I went to the supermarket again the same day and spent $19.23.
On what?
But yeah, so I also went to the clothing flea market, which was like on the first floor, like the furniture were on the second floor, so I went to the first. Digan hola. Hola. ¿Te vas a meter a la zumba? ¿Qué? Floor. I actually got this super nice turtleneck, which is 100% cotton, and it costs only $3.50. So you got it, I bought it, got it on. I love this. And the last thing was that since I got paid on that day, usually on that day I put some money aside to debt. So I owe my dad about $1,400, which is like 1,300 euros. So I grabbed 300 euros and just put it away. I haven't paid it back, so it's still there in an account with other monies. But the point is, I don't have it anymore, so I put it down as spent money. So on that day, we have a whole total of 509 euros with 1 cent. Tuesday. You got it, it's Christmas. But yeah, so on that day, I had coffee, which we made at home, and then we went to Tony's parents' house to spend the holidays. There was a lot of food there. This year we did not buy gifts for anybody. I got gifts from my mother-in-law because she loves gifting people, and she made me these like wool socks. So yeah, I actually spent zero money that day, so going good. On Wednesday, we had so much leftover food because Tony's mom decided to make like a ton of like vegan options. We took a lot of food home. We took gravy that I made over there, and mashed potatoes, and like the 1.5 balls of seitan, which were basically 1.5 kilos of seitan. So on Tuesday and Wednesday we spent zero because we lived off of leftovers from Christmas. My handy dandy notebook. On Thursday we actually went to the movies with one of Tony's brother. We went to watch Star Wars. Did not enjoy that movie. I wanted to watch Frozen, of course, but it's just me. And usually movies are hell of expensive, but I didn't pay for the tickets this time, and Tony bought like this special Christmas package a few weeks back, and it brought like 4 tickets, and it was a lot cheaper, and like his brothers paid back their part, so at the end of the day he spent like 17 euros for his and my ticket, but he paid for that like a few weeks ago, so I don't know if it counts, and also it was his money, it wasn't my money. I did buy soda and a snack, not at the movies, like at the supermarket next to the movies, because it's too expensive at the movies, and they only had Pepsi, and I wanted Coke. So that was $5.15. I did buy popcorn at the movies. I paid for that, it was $5.80, and then earlier that day, I did a super grocery shopping because we had like no food besides the leftovers. Like we didn't have any of our staples. We just didn't have food. So I spent 77 euros and 81 cents. Actually, that was kind of painful to me, but then again, that food, like the staples, they will last a bit over a week, like a week and a half. Almost some things will last 2 weeks, but it will all mostly be gone by the end of this week, probably. And so the total for that day was 88 and 78. Not too bad. So I've been thinking of joining a gym here, but I haven't because I wasn't getting like a steady income before, so I wasn't sure. And also like I started doing so many different activities that I wasn't sure if I was gonna have energy to go to the gym. but my back really hurts and I really need to get back to my old exercise routine. So I had exercise clothes before in my past life, but they were all like summer people's exercise clothes. I bought leggings. I didn't buy them used. I bought them new. I got 3 exercise tights, one of which are Nike, which was a really good deal. And I also got a sports bra because I don't wear bras, so I needed something to like not be an inappropriate person while running at the gym. So I spent 49.96 there, so 50 euros. And that day we didn't have breakfast and we had walked to the city and we were walking back home, and that's like a 40-minute walk both ways, so it's like over an hour. We were both pretty hungry, so I bought like a snack at the supermarket, like 2 little snacks, and that was 2.19. So the total was 52 and 15 for Friday. And the last day, Saturday. So this day was actually pretty funny, cause like in the morning I was talking to Tony and he was like explaining to me that he was frustrated that his computer was too slow and he couldn't do any of his like audio mixing things, whatever. But right now we're using like this super old ass computer. So we just thought that the computer it was time to retire it. And so I tried to buy like a computer online for him with something that's called like apuraha, which is like partial payments. But we went through the whole process and it said like, you need to contact the service provider because it got rejected or whatever. I'm like, okay. So I got rejected for credit for this computer. I thought that I was going to get approved because I had tried at another store something, and I thought that I had been pre-approved for like partial payments, like installment payments. And so
I went to that other store online just to check, like maybe I didn't go through the process long enough to get rejected, and I'm just thinking that I have like credit rights.
So I did that. And of course you have to put a product in to be approved. So I put in an iPad and an Apple Pencil. And it might have been because it was really early in the morning and I hadn't even finished my coffee, but apparently I went through too much and I thought there was going to be like a final confirm payment, like confirm purchase. There was not. So long story short, I accidentally bought an iPad. What am I gonna do? Like, I can't pay for an iPad. Like, I don't want an iPad right now. Like, where is it? Where can I cancel this? Where can I cancel this? But I found a place. Actually, no, Tony found a place for me and we canceled the order. So hopefully I'm not getting an iPad because I'm not 100% sure if you can just cancel by deleting something from an order or not. But here's to hoping. If not, we'll see next week. Maybe I'll have an iPad that I did not want to buy. So the iPad was, and the iPad and the pencil were 678 euros together. That day I bought ice cream and other snacks at the supermarket and deodorant, like a few other things. That was 15 euros and 39 cents. And this is something recurrent. Like every time I go to the supermarket, I usually spend over 10 euros. Like my average expense at the supermarket, it's usually somewhere between 15 and 22 euros. I don't know why. Like every time I go, it's kind of like that. So I try to like avoid going to the supermarket for a few days in a row because I know that every time I go, I'll spend between 15 and 22 euros. And that day I put 5 euros to the bus card because I thought I was going to the city with Tony, but we didn't go, So on Saturday, without the iPad, it was 20.39. With the iPad, it was 698 and 39. I don't know if it counts as spending money because it was an accident and I think I canceled it. Definitely, maybe canceled it. But yeah, so that would bring this whole week's expense to a whopping 670 euros with 33 cents without the iPad. The payback to my dad, that's not a weekly thing, it's not a recurrent, like it's a recurrent payment, but it's once a month. So even though I have it this week, it's not going to be there next week. So without that, it would be around 370 euros. It's not too bad. And if you exclude the couch, it would be like 220 euros for the week. It's not terrible. We spent €0, no money at all. We went skating on ice. With borrowed skates, of course. So we did that, and you know, I guess the lesson here is that borrow stuff as much as you can. That's it. So let me know if this is an accurate depiction of what you are spending if you are here in Oulu, and if you are in Helsinki or some other city here in Finland, please let me know. Just give me like a general overview in the comments, like what are you spending on a weekly basis, because sometimes I feel like I spend too much money on food. I don't know. Are you guys like this? Are you spending all your money on food? Because that's basically what I do. I spend most of my money on food. So just a friendly reminder, if you haven't done so, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this or other random things that I'm going to be making, just click that subscribe button. Cool. Cheerios. Bye.